Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, proudly brings to you
Don's Wrestling Unleashed Rage.
It's survey time. Are you here to see WCW? WWE?
You get control. Everybody say, oh yeah! Baby!
It's showtime, folks!
We are back. Welcome back to part 2 of episode 1. Well, let's get right down to it. Good luck. Okay. Time in. Here we go. The Rock. If you smell what The Rock is cooking. Against the Rookie. The next big thing. Brock Lesnar. The Rock against Brock Lesnar then. People did not think it was going to end the way it was going to end. But come on, man. Come on. We knew it was going to happen. We knew The Rock was going to be out of his way because of Hollywood. Come on now. Let's be smart about this. I saw it clear as day, and so did some other people. So, Brock Lesnar against The Rock. Oh my God, announce table and whatnot. F5! Rock bottom! People is, oh my, F5! Yeah. My God, this. Oh. You couldn't say enough about that match. But 2 years after that, the birth of his time, my favorite. I'll give you a little sneak preview, like all-time favorites and whatnot. He's not my top all-time 5, but he is my favorite wrestler of now. My favorite since 2002, 2003. Of course, I'm talking about the Legend Killer. The Legend Killer, RKO, the Viper, whatever you want to call him. But he will always be the Legend Killer to me. The Legend Killer trying to get that heavyweight champion against he should not be named. A killer, Legend Killer to another killer. Shh, sorry. Shh. We don't talk about that. He's banned in WWE. Shh. We don't say. It's Chris Benoit, the Wolverine. Yes, say what you will, say what you must. It is unforgivable for what he did. Say because of his brain was so jacked up of an 80-something-year-old man and all that. He didn't know what he was doing. But one day we'll talk about all that possibly. Because of Eddie dying, it was just his downfall. He just couldn't handle, and then he just snapped. Sorry. So the Legend Killer against Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit. This is at least 7 months into his reign as champion, you would think. I think. 7 months about? He was fresh off of winning that title. What couldn't be said enough? WrestleMania 20. The triple threat match. HBK against Triple H. You always wanted to see them at Mania. You never thought you could see them at Mania. But you got it. But then suddenly Benoit. They wanted Benoit to win. They wanted him to win. Chris Benoit against HBK against Triple H. The greatest triple threat in history. Maybe. Possibly. Could be. Probably. But we will talk about that in much more detail. We will talk about WrestleMania 20. We will talk about, we're going to do my all-time favorite matches of Mania, top all-time favorite WrestleManias. So much crap, so much stuff to talk about, we could talk about. But it was Benoit. He's a great champion. A great champion. Chris Benoit against the Legend Killer. Isn't it ironic? Legend Killer was so great. And Benoit was just in his prime, just, oh man, the craft of his ability and the selling, telling the story and whatnot, because that's what it's all about. You gotta sell that to the fans to get them sucked into it, because that's what wrestling is really all about, other than trying to make a quick buck. Even though they can't do certain stuff. Whatever. It's what sells the most. Sadly. But I get it. It is what it is. The Legend Killer. It was the beginning of the end. The Legend Killer killed that Benoit and whatnot. He killed his title reign. And we had a new champion. But we later find out he wasn't ready to be champion. So he got sent back down. And then he came back, and the rest is history. But Legend Killer, always the best. And he's still doing it. Hey, Randy. Okay, bro, you gotta love it. But we'll get it. He'll be back when he gets back, man. I just hope he stays healthy and does another 10, as he said. 2005 SummerSlam. The infamous brother. Sorry. HBK. A match you thought you would never see. HBK against Hulk Hogan. My God. The overselling of the century, HBK. He's like, fuck it. I'm going to lose anyway because Hogan has the power and the talent events. He still has that magic. So, yeah, fine. Whatever then. I did the same thing in my time. I told Vince this and that. He did what we wanted. The click! For life. So, HBK against Hulk Hogan. Brother. Rewatch those HBK promos against Hulk Hogan. Oh, you gotta love it, man. Just, wow. But I tell you, it was still, come on, even though it's not prime time HBK, like, I would love to see, like, HBK, 96 against, 1990 Hulk Hogan or something? Now, that would be a dream match, just like, oh my God. That's another thing I want to do in one of my next episodes. I want to do, like, the top 5 dream matches. But I want to do next level on that. I want to up it. I want to do, like, top 5 dream matches. But I want to be specific. I want to be like 1990 so-and-so against 2000 so-and-so. I'm going to tell you exactly which year then was the best. I love the most against each other. But I'm going to up it even more than a stipulation matches. Like top 5 stipulation, like dream matches. That's going to be fun. I really can't wait for that. That's going to be really, really fun. The oversell of the century. HBK against Hulk Hogan. SummerSlam 2005. Go watch that. And the very next year then. Oh, and by the way, it's funny. Hogan promised HBK and he promised Vince they were going to do a trilogy, them going against each other. HBK was going to win the next one, and then Hogan was going to win the last one. But that never happened. Vintage Hulk Hogan, by the way. Just like he promised Bret the Hitman in 93. He promised, oh, by the way, he promised Bret the Hitman for them to go against each other at 1993 SummerSlam, by the way. Just saying. Oh, but that never happened. But he influenced Vince to screw over Yoko. One of my all-time favorites, by the way. The greatest big man of all time. Possibly. So he screwed over Yoko, and he was only champion for like 2 minutes. That pissed me off so much when I was little. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, really, Hogan? Come on, man. But anyway, get off subject. Sorry. There's just so much in my mind. So much knowledge. Useless knowledge, nonetheless, most people would say. Because I know most things about wrestling and about movies, about baseball, about movies, scary movies. Oh, this random stuff in my head. But what are you going to do? You can't shut it off. You can't shut up all this crap you have in your head of you knowing. So, 2006, Hulk Hogan's last televised match, last pay-per-view. Well, we all know it wasn't his last match. And it wasn't even his very last match in WWE. Hulk Hogan's last match, by the way, at a live event, was against The Big Show, a.k.a. The Giant. Paul White, by the way. And then he fought again in TNA against Sting and Flair and so bad. We don't talk about that. We damn sure don't talk about Ric Flair fighting in TNA. Ugh. But I'd rather watch Ric Flair against Mick Foley, 2006, I believe. 2006, 2008. That match, pay-per-view, the match they had, it was so bad, but you'd rather watch that than anything after that, Ric Flair. Woo! Retirement match again. His retirement match for his last final match for the 7th time, by the way. Yes, 7 times technically. His last match. I'll get into all of that stuff later then. But it's Flair. Woo! What are you going to do? You're just going to appreciate it, of seeing him. Appreciate him still being alive. Woo! That Nacho Boy. 16 time. Yeah. Walk down that aisle. Woo! So Hulk Hogan against the Legend Killer. He killed the reign of Benoit. He's going to kill the reign of Hulkamania. Brother. But did it happen? Almost. You thought it did. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God. Oh, what? The Legend Killer wins. What happened? What happened? Hogan's rope. Hogan's foot's on the rope. What? And then Hogan won. He's Hogan up. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God. You got to give it up. That promos against each other. And then Hogan promoting Hogan Knows Best, his TV show on MTV, VH1. I still love that show. Oh, a few episodes still good. You got to love it. So those matches, the only other thing, yeah, you could say a few others, but SummerSlam, 35th anniversary, SummerSlam of now, Tennessee, outside stadium, 50,000, give or take. Matches that stood out. The first pay-per-view of Triple H's vision. Since he runs the show now, what he says goes. He owns 100% of everything, of creative. what he says go. There's no one who can override him. You gotta love the new ideas then, the new everything. You had to change with the times and get rid of Vince's old ways of just... It needed to be changed since 2005. I mean, it was just... Wrestling hasn't been good since 2009. I think that was the last year then. Like, 2009 was the last good one, I think. But you still watch it because you love it. And I'll say, it's funny. I've been watching wrestling since 1992. I never missed a Raw episode. I never missed... I only stopped watching wrestling for like a month, about 1 or 2 months during the pandemic, when there was no fans and when they had those fake wannabe NXT wrestlers who wasn't good enough to be in NXT, but they still were under contract and under development and all that. And then they were the fake fans. They didn't know what the hell they were doing. They were wearing the opposite opponent's t-shirt then, but booing them when they come out. Yeah, if you watch that, yeah, no. But I did enjoy Shane McMahon. Money, money, money. Shane McMahon's, what was it, underground ripoff, like staged UFC type style-ish underground segment fighting. It was different. They tried it. It was fun to watch for about 15 minutes, give or take. So, yeah. But Shane McMahon, still don't forgive him for what he did to the Rumble 2022. Fuck you, Shane. Son of a bitch. And he's never to be seen again. For good reason. So the first match, SummerSlam 2022. 35th anniversary of SummerSlam. The EST against big time show Becky. It was a good match. It was a good selling point. Well, it was a good... But we find that, she popped her, showed her out she'll be out months, Becky. And then they shook hands and... She saw the error of her ways and being the bad heel and whatnot. Let's be honest. And it was the... Wait. And... Okay, hang on. I'll get to it. And then after that match, they shook hands. And EST was like, I don't trust you. Shake your hand. What kind of crap is this? You're going to attack me when I turn my back, right? But they shook hands. They shook hands and whatnot. They exit. She leaves EST by herself. Go ahead. You won. Shine. Shine away. And oh my God! It's the return. The long-awaited return of my favorite female wrestler of now. My favorite since she's debuted in NXT. She's always been my favorite. Becky! Becky left. Becky left. As I said. And then the EST and whatnot. And then it was the return of it. Sorry. The return of my favorite of now, as I said, of NXT. The favorite. She's always been. Bayley. We waited. That pop when Bayley returned. Oh my God, dude. Just. Even though she's heel, doesn't matter then. I think it's a tragedy that I understand her missing Mania, her being injured then, still pissed off. But I'm really pissed off at WWE not putting her in a match. The Mania before that, and she was perfectly fine, and she was just doing little segments and all that. How are you not going to have her in a freaking Mania match when she's better than most, if not all? I would never understand. Okay. So Becky comes out. Oh, that's not it. She brings out 2 former wrestlers, non-contract, everyone thought was gone. They bring back the 2 NXT wrestlers and all that, and they're joining up with Bayley. What? Oh, and by the way, she wanted to do this, but Vince turned it down. It's funny. Vince is gone. Triple H, yeah, let's try it. Why not? And it's a hit. Everyone loves it. More people watched that Raw than what it was the previous months. Now, it could be because of that segment. No, maybe not. Could it be because it was after a major pay-per-view? Yeah, that's why. And then they were going to attack the EST. They were going to attack her, and then Becky pops back in that ring. And EST still don't trust her, even though they shook hands. Okay, shit, I get it. Come on. And then that standoff. And then the very next night, we'll get about that. Sorry. The next match that stood out and whatnot, Logan against The Miz. Man, all this talking, thirsty. The Miz sold him so good. Logan, the ex-boxer then, YouTube phenomenon. My God, he's already so good at wrestling. It's scary of how good. A lot of people are mad that he's better than Eddie's kid. Sorry. You're a lot taller than Ray. You're sure not Eddie's not your kid. You're not Eddie's son. Oh, I just laughed on that. You gotta love it. Logan is so good. Yes, he could you imagine him having a match with Ziggler, and he's another great, like The Miz, of selling and making the opponent look so good, like Brett did, like Owen did, like Yoko did, like Razor did, like, oh my God, dude, just so many. It's crazy. But Logan against The Miz, it was great. And it was the return of AJ Styles. The phenomenal AJ Styles. I know, yeah. Take some time off and come back, do another 5-6 months. I'm sorry, but it's SummerSlam, the biggest pay-per-view, I would have had him come back even 3 months before that. Have AJ fight against somebody. Have him headline. Have AJ Styles have a match at at one of the biggest shows of SummerSlam. Now, SummerSlam hasn't been of great of the last whatever years then. SummerSlam it hasn't been that same feeling of what Mania and the Rumble still has. But SummerSlam is SummerSlam. It's still, thank God they moved the thing and they're no longer stuck in Vegas. Like, it was not good. It was not great. It just wasn't big enough. It just wasn't, or in LA, wherever it was, Los Angeles or Vegas, for like 3 or 5 straight years. SummerSlam. It just wasn't good. It just, ugh. So, the next match, the Mysterios, 619, the Mysterios against Judgment Day. Terminator 2, Judgment Day? No? Yes? The greatest sequel of all time? Just saying. I am a movie buff, by the way, also. Just saying. Go watch that movie if you haven't seen that, I promise. You will thank me later. The Mysterios try to defeat Judgment Day. And it's the night of returns. But we saw this I saw this a million miles away. I knew Edge was going to return and help Mysterio. I was like, yep, Mysterios are going to win that match. Psh. I got every single match right. Except the Money in the Bank theory against Lashley. That's the only match I missed. I should have saw that coming. I just, whatever. But Edge returning, oh my God, you gotta love it. One of my friends, he's gonna be at Monday Night Raw in like 2 months. Edge is one of his all-time favorites, and we were talking about, like, man, we're afraid, like, Edge being gone, and like, uh-oh, his luck, Edge wouldn't be there, and he wouldn't get to see him, but he should be there. Like, I really hope he's there so he could see him live. That's another thing. I really want to talk about all the events I've been to, and talk about everyone of who I've seen wrestle, who I've seen live. Because it really makes you think. I've been to about a dozen events in my lifetime. I'll get in the detail of certain ones and whatnot. What matches stood out the most. What was the biggest shock. And what was my favorite one. And what's on my bucket list of going to the next one. Or if I'm done. And so much. So the main event of the 35th anniversary of SummerSlam. Brock Lesnar. The Cowboy. You gotta love this Brock Lesnar, man. I never disliked him. Like, against Acknowledge Me. The only good thing of WWE, WW, whatever you want to call it, in the last 2 years then, the main reason why I was watching, Roman Reigns. Now, you talk a last man standing match, the last match they will have, possibly secretly, because we know about Brock Lesnar walking out of SmackDown the day of Vince McMahon retiring, but he's still running a few certain things, you know, because he still owns, what, 40, I think he still owns 43% of WWE still, so he sold 9% to Stephanie and 2% to Shane. That 2% was sold in 2006 or 9. But he sold that to Stephanie, that 2%. So, and I believe Vince, 43%, I think he still owns. With the stock and all that, I don't know. I know Triple H owns 3%? Because he bought some of it from, he bought 3% from Stephanie, so that, but 2% was from that Shane technically, and 1%, so that's not a big deal. Yeah, who cares? So, but you know they got to do an amazing job with Stephanie being the head thing of it, and Triple H running everything behind the scenes and everything of the way things are going. The last man standing match, was it the greatest last man standing match? Nope. Was it one of the most entertaining last man standing matches? Yep. Brock Lesnar having that and doing the ring and all that, it was great. You gotta love it. And you never know it, you never saw it. When Lesnar was talking, he threw the, it's on YouTube, he threw the microphone and Roman caught it. He was like this, one-handed, just like, stop. Like, we couldn't acknowledge you enough going on after the outcome of that match and now going on 700 days. It's impressive nonetheless. And he'll be champion at least until the next WrestleMania. We all knew this. I knew this at last Mania. Like, he's not losing the belt. In theories, will not win the Money in the Bank. I'm sorry. It's not happening. Daddy's not here anymore, Vince's boy. If they was like, oh, if they were smart about this, please do a t-shirt then. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? The front and the back. Roman, I'm your daddy now. You gotta do a t-shirt of that. WWE, it would do so well. People would buy it. If they can do the Miz's, I got giant balls. Vince loved that. Come on. What about Test? Rest in peace. What about Test and Stacy Keibler and all that? Who doesn't love testicles? What about Eric Bischoff and whatnot? That t-shirt then. HLA, hot lesbian action. That t-shirt sold very well, by the way. I think I still have a t-shirt of that. I don't know. But that last man standing match, entertaining, loved it. So, the very next night, the night after SummerSlam. But that, wait. That pay-per-view, I give it an 8.5. Best SummerSlam the last 10 years probably that stood out. I mean, easily the last 7 years, easy. SummerSlam, the last 8. The night after then. Monday Night Raw. So, that Becky Lynch promo, I've learned from my ways. We make mistakes, this and that. And the injury and injury of the arm and soldier. Whatever. It just... Best promo. The best female promo in the last 5 years, easy. I think... Her best... Is it her best promo ever then? That man promos of... Damn. But when she comes back, she will be back as the man. Because let's be honest, the man, that gimmick, the man, was the hottest thing. This is before the Roman Reigns heel thing and embracing it finally, instead of shoving him down our throat. B. Hill, and then Paul Heyman. Oh my God. It's gold. It's gold. It's glorious. Oh my God. But that Becky, the man, that was the hottest thing since Stone Cold, Steve Austin. The hottest, like, damn. So I'll come back as the man and all that. And once again, her in the call out EST, and then she comes out to the ring, shake hands, this and that. And Becky goes to the back and EST talking, oh, bravo, the man, blah, blah, blah. Now, about Bailey and about her little henchmen and all that. And one, oh my God, what? Runs to the back. What's going on? Oh my God, Becky's getting attacked. Bailey and her henchmen are attacking. Oh my God. And the chair, oh, what? Why? Oh. One of the best things, this is Triple H, 100%, changing the way they do things. Instead of a camera magically already being there when someone getting attacked, actually doing it what it used to be, having a camera, oh, what's going on? Oh, having the camera guy run a little bit to get to the point, to make it feel legit. Her being attacked, and then the EST comes trying to save. Where they at? Becky, what happened? Where they at? and trying to save her and all that. It was great. And again, as we end this episode, as we end this show, podcast, again, whatever you want to call it, I hope you enjoyed it. Because I enjoy wrestling. I hope you enjoy this all then. All this stuff. I'm just going to talk about wrestling, of what we love, as I've said. So please. As I've said, I stopped watching a little bit of the wrestling of the thing, and then I joined a fantasy wrestling league. And it made it more exciting. It made it fun to watch again, because you were picking up who won and trying to win the matches. You do legit promos and all that. And I was damn good at my promos. I was iffy in the beginning, only doing a minute to 2 minutes. And then I did my craft, and I was on next level shit of my promos, I believe. And I was good at it. Damn good at it, I believe. And most people thought so too. But fantasy, the wrestling, it was fun. Doing the role play, doing the comments of the role play, doing comments to pump up a feud. And few people just didn't understand it, didn't get it. They didn't want to put in the time. And they did shitty-ass promos of a 60-second car promos, even though you could just stand in a freaking bathroom or stand on a wall, having in the background, and just do a legit promo and show emotion in a promo, but they don't. Instead of a Cleveland Brown Family Guy, I'm gonna defeat you tonight. You don't have what it takes to defeat me. You are nothing. Come on, man. And you wonder why people just didn't like or get your promos and that type of stuff. So bad. But fantasy wrestling, it's fun and whatnot. You know what's funny about fantasy wrestling? Sorry, I know I'm going and going and going. I want to only do this 20 minutes, but I know this is going and going. Just so much stuff to talk about. I've never tried and did like the football fantasy wrestling, baseball fantasy wrestling. I need to do it. I've wanted to do it, but I don't know. Trying new things and whatnot. I need to just do it and try it. Just like I'm about, I think, a month in of doing YouTube. I go check out my other videos. I do like pick up videos of certain stuff and whatnot. I do videos of movie, video gameplay, video games of WWE 2K22. I do that mostly. Videos of that. Commentary I do of that. A little bit of Fortnite somewhat. Like, it's not really my cup of tea, but I do it. It's fun playing online with friends. Especially playing as Batman. I'm Batman! Oh, and by the way, if you like Fortnite, go do Fortnite right now, because you can get John Cena costume, everything. He does the taunt, championship belt on the back, Fortnite. Go check that out. And Fall Guys apparently has Roman Reigns, I think, or The Undertaker and whatnot. I think it already had the New Day as them, but I never did much of Fall Guys. Oh, and another game I used to play, but I somewhat do with friends. I haven't played that much in a while. Rocket League. I know you can have a Cena and a Roman Reigns, but the only thing I paid at that was, I don't know if I had to pay, but I know, first thing I had to get was Twisted Metal Sweet Tooth. I had to get that vehicle, man, yes, that vehicle, but the main thing I had to pay was Ghostbusters. If they ever do the legit Batman vehicles, I know they did the vehicle for the new Batman, Twilight Batman, which it wasn't a bad Batman. I loved the timeline. Batman, by the way, 18 months in as Batman, loved it. Not the best, not top 5 greatest Batman movie of all time, but let me know what y'all want to see, because that's another segment, another different show and whatnot. I need to get all this crap, all this knowledge and whatnot. All-time favorite movies, all-time favorite Batman. You know, that's why I am Don at Random. Because I got hundreds of video games. PS3, PS2, the original Xbox, Xbox One, PS3, PS4, the Game Boy, 3SD, Game Boy Advance, GameCube, the Wii, technically, which I mainly play bowling. And the GameCube is, you know, Mario Strikers, but still. All-time favorite system? Pfft. Super Nintendo, baby. Super Nintendo, come on. But I am random. Movies, over 3,000 movies easily that I have. Physical copy, by the way. Fuck that digital. I do some digital, like buying some digital video games on the PlayStation. Like the WWE 2K22, the NWO edition. The only way you could get it was fucking digital. Stupid. But I bought it because it's NWO. You got to. NWO, so yeah, you had to do it. And certain games and whatnot, physical copy, if it's crazy on sale, like $5-10, and it's like expensive game, I will buy digital games of, yeah, I will buy them every time. But yeah, go check out my other Dawn at Random. Go check out my other videos, other segments and whatnot, movies, video games. I need to show my collections of that, all that, my wrestling collections, my Batman statues, toys, championship belts, wrestling championship belts, legit championship belts, by the way, toy wrestling belts, mask, scary movie mask, all that stuff. And I'll explain about these two masks next video, because I know that you're kind of like, eh? What is that? What? So, go check out all that stuff. As we end this, I do have faith in Triple H of making WWE so much better than what it has been the last 10 years then. I trust him. We do have faith in your vision, Triple H. And I can't wait to watch it get better then. I can't wait for you to bring back your old NXT, at least the logo, new logo, instead of that 2.0 crap. I will say this. Yes, it was not doing good. It did suck. That's why they had to have certain main eventers on the main roster then go back to help them. I do like, the only thing I like about NXT 2.0, I do like Mandy Rose going there and developing her craft. She is so much better now, instead of just a pretty face that can only do certain moves, and just, she's so much better of a wrestler, and her promos have gotten better then. And I do like the arena style shape. It reminds me of WCW's, one of their old, when it was in the Disney park, Disney arena-ish, and I'm gonna have to, I can't remember what it was called, the show, but that WCW, like, the ring was, it moved around and around at times, and you had like 250, 350 people, and it was fresh every like 2 hours, and they knocked out like 5 episodes in like one day, and then I'll get in so much detail of all that stuff. I gotta dedicate a video episode and whatnot, podcast. I gotta dedicate like to WCW of certain things, WWF, 80s. There's so much stuff, so many episodes coming. There's so many episodes I want to show and bring you. So please join me. Join me while we talk about wrestling. Join me. All of this stuff we need to talk about. So please leave comments and whatnot. Leave comments what you like about the show. Leave comments about what you like. Ask questions about certain things, what you always wondered. I don't know all the answers, but I do know most. So please, leave comments. I am all listening. Hit me up. So, as I leave you, Don at Random presents Don's Wrestling Unleashed Rage show. Podcast segment, once again. Whatever you want to call it. Wrestling. It's a great thing. So, like always, like, comment, subscribe. Like it matters. Just have fun. Until next time. Peace out, everybody.